Hello everyone, more new cards. The Age of Overlord reveals are here, but first let's take a look at some of the little stragglers that I missed since I didn't have enough to really do a whole video. First up we have Phantasmal Summoning Beast. I actually took a look at this for a short, so if you're not checking out the shorts, you might miss a couple of these things. I looked at this already. I think, just like as a recap, I think this is like really bad, but kind of funny. And I'm sure you can find something really funny to do with it, but otherwise, yeah, why are we printing cards like this still? No reason. Anyways, on the stuff I haven't actually looked at yet. Mag Macho Dragon, level 8 fire pyro effect with terrible attack and defense stats. So it better be good in other ways than this effect. I'll use each effect once per turn. You can banish up to 3 fire monsters from your graveyard. This card gains 400 attack for each until the end of the turn. Okay. If a face-up fire monster you control is destroyed by a card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card and then draw 1 card. Terrible. Awful. This is terrible. Okay, so if I'm being generous, you could theoretically use this in a volcanic deck in order to, along with Volcanic Emperor, make a rank 8 engine, but I don't think that's good, because I'd rather just have the rank 8 guy on there because he's a tax dragon. You know? He makes them pay their taxes, and I'd rather just have that than most of the rank 8 pool, you know? Yeah, I don't know about this one. It does have recursion, which I think would be good for a rank 8 engine, but Alright, we got a new Memento card, Memento Attic Ghost. This guy's a little cool. So it's the guy that looks like Karibo, and that's why he's forgotten, because he looks like Karibo, but he's not Karibo. Level 2 Dark Fiend effect monster. You use the first and second effects once per turn. This card is normal special summon. You can target a Memento card in your graveyard, except for Attic Ghost, add it to your hand. This card is sent to the graveyard by a Memento monster's effect. You can special summon this card. This one seems actually pretty good. Wow, okay, I think this one might actually do it. Make the archetype playable. I don't know if it'd make it, like, you know, tournament playable, but I think this actually does fix some of the problems of the deck. Especially being able to recur. That's really neat. I like that recursion ability. Yeah, I like this one. This is a good one. Alright, now for Age of Overlord. First up, we have more Tistina cards. So the first wave of Tistina cards were dog shit. Let's see what the second wave gives us. Alright, level 1 honor effect monster. You can send this card from your hand or field to the grave. Place a Divine Domain Bastina from your deck face up your field zone. Face up Tistina's field trap you control is destroyed by a card effect while this card is in the grave. You can banish this with a card, summon. Okay, awful. I mean, it gets the field spell on field, which I guess is good. Return to the Tistina. This card's in your hand. You can target a Tistina monster you control, except for return to the Tistina. Returned. They did a little typo there. Minor spelling mistake. I win. If this card level becomes a target's monster level, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Aqua Xyz monster you control. Attach this card to it as material. Wait, is there an Xyz in the archetype? I don't remember there being an Xyz in the archetype. Maybe we'll get one. Oh, we are getting one. Okay. Weird. It's only the second wave of support and we're already shifting what the strategy does. That's really weird. All right, Tainted of the Tistina. You contribute this card by this card face up by attributing one. Wait, you contribute summon this card. Okay, by attributing one face down monster your opponent controls. That's not awful. This card becomes level 10 if it was normal summon or set. This card is set to the graveyard, except it has to be tribute summon instead of like a special summon. You can target one Tistina monster you control. This turn you can make a second attack. You only attack with one monster. Blah. Gross. Tistina, the Divinity Defies Darkness. This is the Ixies. 2 level 10 monsters. Why that one turns into level 10. This card is special summon. You can send all face down monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. It's got 2,000 attack. Once returned, if this card has Crystal God Tistinas material, you can detach with material and against 2,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. This card you control is destroy an opponent's card while it has material. You can special summon a Tistina monster from your graveyard. That's not good enough. It is generic 2 level 10 monsters, which makes me wonder what other decks you can use this in. Because I don't have to care about this effect or this effect at all. Like this, just the ability to destroy all face down cards your opponent controls. In a deck that summons lots of level 10s, which I don't think there are very many of right now, like off the top of my head, I don't think Earth Machine summons many level 10s anymore. Yugioh maybe? But Yugioh's not really putting monsters face down, and it has another way to do a board wipe that's much more consistent and easy and better with the super polymerization. So I don't know what deck would use this, but in a theoretical deck that summons lots of level 10s, you could play this as something to do when you go, like you activate the effect of Book of Eclipse, make this guy, and destroy all face down cards your opponent controls. Or actually send, not even destroy. So this is like easier Zeus, and then you could attack directly and go into Zeus. So this card I think has potential, just not in Tistina. Although I mean, in Tistina it would, like in Tistina I think it's good too, because you could, again, you can send all face down monsters, attack, and then go into Zeus, and then send all cards again. But I don't think Tistina is good enough to really reliably do anything. Alright, here's a quick play spell. Special summon a Tistina monster from your hand or graveyard in the defense position, but return to the hand in the end phase. But we just love making emergency teleports. This one's less of one because it returns it eventually, but yeah. You only activate one per turn. Yeah. Embrace of the Tistina. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the field, you can target that monster chasing the face down defense position. Sure, I guess. This is just like, this is worse Book of Moon currently. During the end phase, you can target one face down defense position monster your opponent controls. Take control of that monster. Okay. Only use each effect once per turn. Only activate them when you... Well, only activate them when you control a Tistina monster with 3,000 more defense. So you have to be controlling one of the big guys. Alright. Discordance of Tistina. If you control a Tistina monster, banish one card from your opponent's graveyard face down. If you control a Tistina monster, special summon from the extra deck, banish all cards from your opponent's graveyard face down. Sure. Banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Tistina monster graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only add... This is not good enough. This is not good enough. But I suppose if we get that... So, like, this is the thing. I feel like there's enough stuff going on here that once we get that one OCG support card that is, like, super crazy, the deck will be good. That's the thing about TCG exclusive archetypes. They're never, like, very good until they get, like, that one OCG card that breaks them. So I feel like there's potentially one card, like a one card you could make that breaks this deck. But right now, I don't think this is very playable at all. All right, now on to the individual little ones. We've got a bunch of little guys here that aren't part of an archetype. We have Ken, the Warrior Dragon. Once per turn at the end of the battle phase, return this card from the field to the hand. You only use the following effects once per turn. During your main phase, you can special summon one Gen, the Diamond Tiger, from your hand or deck to your opponent's field in defense position. And that's the guy we'll be looking at next. If this card is special summoned by the effect of Gen, the Diamond Tiger, your opponent draws 2 cards and then discards 1. That would be you at that point, because I think they're both going to summon the other one from the deck. Once per turn at the end of the battlefield, you can only use each of the effects of Gen, the Diamond Tiger once per turn. During your main phase, you can special summon one Ken, the Warrior Dragon, from your hand to your or deck to your opponent's field in defense position. Yep, there he goes. If this card is special summoned by the effect of Ken, the Warrior Dragon, discard 1 card. Interesting. So this one makes you lets you draw 2 and then discard 1, but as an effect by your opponent. And then this one makes you discard, or makes your opponent discard 1 as their own effect. This seems pretty good in certain decks, especially like Dark World. But the fact that Gen doesn't do very much makes me think that you're not really going to want to play this. Dark World, from what I understand, is a pretty tight deck anyways. There's not a whole lot of room for this. And you'd be like adding, let's see, you'd be adding 3 Gen and 1 Ken, right? Because you want to get the Ken effect, so you want to summon Gen. But potentially you want to get Gen's effect off sometimes too. But and then the fact that they come back and then you can just do it all again the next time is interesting for sure. And you also have like discard fodder if you need. Not that in Dark World you would want to discard anything other than Dark World monsters. Yeah, this is interesting. I think these have potential for sure. I'm looking for, I would be interested in seeing what they can do for sure. It does require actually using your summon on it. I don't think there's a way to special summon them. Okay. I mean, there are ways to special summon them, but I don't think there's any good ways to special summon them that you'd like want to actually do. Because like you could play what is it, Marauding Captain, the guy who can special summon level 4 lower warrior monsters, but I don't think so. I don't think you want to do that. All right, Asset Mountus. Oh, he's mounting all right. Look, he's certainly mounting something. If your opponent controls level 6 or lower monster, you can summon this card from your hand. Okay. That's possible. That is something that happens sometimes. If you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, you could change the battle position of all monsters on the field. All other insect monsters on the field become the same attribute and level as this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except insect monsters. Interesting. This could potentially have play. Changing the battle position of all monsters on the field, which would put a lot of cards in attack and defense, depending on, you know. And if you're playing an insect deck, this gives you access to a rank 7 pool, which there's some pretty decent rank 7s, like Big Eye especially. If this card is destroyed, you can add a level 8 or higher monster from your deck to your hand. Any? And that says destroyed in general, not just destroyed on the field. You only use this effect once per turn. So theoretically, you could find a way to destroy this in the hand or deck or something, and add a level 8 or higher monster. I forget. Does Nightmare Pain? How does Nightmare Pain work? Does it? Would this be a target you can destroy for Nightmare Pain? I think it has to destroy dark monsters, so I don't think so. But that is interesting. Because you could, if you can destroy this with Nightmare Pain, you could use this to search Yubel. Not that I don't know that you'd want to, unless you have exactly. I mean, you could. Ooh, wait, no. Nightmare Pain, destroy Asset Mountus, use it to search Grinder Golem, the Geist Grinder Golem, then search Yubel, Geist Grinder Golem effect to put the Grinder Golem on the opponent's field, and then put Yubel on your side. Yeah, no, that's actually an interesting play. This could have interesting implications, and also it could turn your defense position monsters into attack position, or vice versa, so you could get the better stats for Yubel, like if you actually summon this guy, which, you know, it's not hard to summon it necessarily. This might have some play in Yubel actually. We'll be getting Yubel sometime, and I think it's in December. We'll be getting in Yubel. Very interesting. All right, another Pit Knight. The first Pit Knight card has seen like a decent amount of play, especially in Sprite. So let's see what Philly does. All right, 2 effect monsters. Okay, if this card is special summoned to a link zone a monster points to, you can target one monster you control with 1500 less attack. This turn, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. Also, if it battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So wait a minute. It can make a second attack during each battle phase, meaning it can make a second attack during the secondary battle phase, create the special battle phase created by last turn. Why did they add this piece of text in during each battle phase. Why? Why did they do that? They're future proof. They're gonna bring last turn back. They're future proofing it for last turn. Also, if it battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts is doubled. Cool. During the standby phase of the next turn, after this card is destroyed by battle or card effects at the graveyard, you can special summon this card. This is not nearly as good as the other Pit Knight early, but I think it could still see some potential play in Sprite as a one-of, because this can let you, like, get lethal really quickly. Especially if you, like, do Gigantic Sprite, which is gigantic when it has a Link monster under it. I could see this having potential play, even though it's not as good as early. All right, and then Watt Psychic Fighting Porter. These are so weird, the Watt Psychic cards, because they are technically Watt cards too. Special summon up to 2 level 3 or lower light monsters from your hand. Oh, well, this one is actually Watt support too. Wow. Okay, I might have to rethink if. Whoa! I might have to rethink Watts, because this, not only is it a Watt card because it has Watt in the name, it also actually supports Watts. If you summon 2 monsters with the same original type, those monsters can attack directly this turn. What the fuck? This is the same set that has the new Watt support, doesn't it? Or did the Watt support come out last set? I don't remember. But yeah, Watt Tuna really fucks with this. This is really going to be good in the Watt deck. If they have the same original level, they cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You only activate 1 Watt Psychic Fighting Porter per turn. Wow. This is actually really good. This is a really good card. And it has to be from hand, so you have to actually have them in hand. But Watts have some Searcher cards, and it's a quick play spell. And some of them have search effects in the battle phase too. Like after they've attacked. And then you can activate this effect and special summon 2 more. And then attack directly. Wow. This is actually really crazy. I've got to start brewing, because I had tried to brew the new Watt deck, but I gave up because it just wasn't there just wasn't enough going on there. This might be enough. Like, this might be enough to make it work. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting there to be like a crazy good card like this in here. Wow. Cool stuff coming out of Agov. Really looking forward to this. Unfortunately, we did also get confirmation that Diabell Star and her Searcher spell, Original Sin Hunter Soldier Spy, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, they're both gonna be secret rares. They're both secret rares. God, fuck off with that. So annoying. But yeah, we're not gonna be getting a cheap access to Diabell Star. That's just gonna be $300. God damn it. I'm so fucking annoyed. I guess I'm not playing paper. Fuck me, I guess. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, happy Age of Overlord, everyone, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You can also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!